Now, an easy way to assign elements to a character is to highlight that character and then choose an archetype, for example, a protagonist. And when we do, that character will be assigned to all of the different areas in each one of the character dimensions that reflect the elements of the protagonist. If you want to assign another character as the protagonist instead, you simply highlight it, select Protagonist, and it brings up a little warning screen that asks if you wish to give the main character, that's the name of this character at the moment, the consideration motivation. Well, we can say yes and do it one by one, assigning only those elements back to this character that we really want them to have, or we can say yes to all and make them completely archetypal and replace the previous character in all the protagonistic elements. Of course, we can also use the typecast feature, and by selecting this character, going to Typecast, and to Character Examples, we can make this character the Screamer if we want, and in so doing, the character is now set up complex and has been assigned these elements that pertain to the Screamer, which are no longer in the archetypal protagonist position. When a character has been assigned to a particular element, clicking on the character in that position will bring up the opportunity to make notes about how that character is going to represent that element in the story. For example, here it says Reaction, and the notes that have come with this particular typecast character that we selected. The Screamer generates no original attitudes but responds intensely to outside stimuli. That's a reactive character in kind of a generic explanation. You can put in an explanation as detailed as you like down here, and it will appear in all the reports later that you'll read regarding your characters. You'll also note that in this area of the window up here, anytime you select an element, it gives you a generic explanation of what that element means. Reaction, actions made in response. If you want to move a character from one element to another, thereby changing their function in the story, you simply click, drag, and drop the character on the new element. When you do, they're now assigned this element as their function in the story instead. And if you want to remove them from an element entirely, simply click on the character and drag it back to the cast part of the window. It's now gone. You can also take a character and drag it from an element where you don't want it and put it on top of an element where another character already exists. And when you let go, this character will supplant the earlier character in representing that element. Of course, even here on the grid, double-clicking on a character's icon will bring up the character information window.